On today's episode of Watch Jericho, we are here to buy another old school LT1 Z28 Camaro. What is going on, guys? I am Watch Jericho, and today we are here with Max to buy his unfortunately very hurt 93 Z28 Camaro. And I checked it out yesterday, so there's some money for you. There's $2 grand.
Thank you.
Oh, dude, thank you. And he already gave me the keys too, so we already did everything in reality. But we're here to pick this thing up. I met Max because he was driving around with this car that is my exact twin, except 1 year older. This is a 93 purple pearl metallic Z28 LT1 car and a manual.
Yep.
Mine's an automatic, so now I guess I've got both of them. But this thing caught on fire, so you want to tell us the story?
Yeah, so I was I was out here, I just put a new battery in it, and I go to crank it up, and I found that there was a patch on the fuel line, and it bursted and sprayed all over my distributor and went up in flames, and so it's a little crispy now.
That was it?
Yeah.
So, is the battery disconnected?
It is not. It's connected.
I probably need to do that so we don't end up with another fuel fire.
Yeah.
And this is where it caught on fire. You can see all the fuel lines are burned up. Ooh, crispy. So these have like shrunk and done, oh yeah, still fuel coming out. But it failed here where this patch is. And there's a bunch of other suspect things going on here as well. So we got a bit of work to do. The fire was right here. It burned a bunch of the wires, but we're gonna try to make this thing run again. So today, we're gonna load this thing on the trailer after we unhook the battery and go from there. Well, it wouldn't be one of my cars if the hood struts worked. Well, we got it all loaded up. I know you loved yours as much as I love mine, so when it's done, you can come drive it.
That'd be awesome.
For sure. Plus, I mean, he's right down the street.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah,
well,
that'd be awesome.
We're gonna get out of here. We gotta go pick up some more wheels and tires for his car. Well, 100% Jake and I got this monster pushed back in here and all the way onto the lift. So our workout is complete. Glad we hit the gym today. It's all the gym I'm hitting for the next 3 months too. So we got this thing in here, and Max had another parting gift. He handed me this here Trapper Keeper, and it is full of everything about the car, and it's amazing. Now, those are all the receipts. There's I think from what I saw, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 in repairs. I didn't add all of it up, but just 600, 500, 600, like over and over, like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in repairs. I don't want to show you too close because their names and phone numbers are on all the docs, but I will show you one of the coolest things here, the original window sticker for the car. $19,654. All the loan paperwork's in there. They were out the door for $20,000, which is incredible, like unbelievable. What a car this is for $19,000. One I know very well. There's the purple pearl metallic. This is probably my favorite color. It was only on these cars and on the HHR later on. The other purples are much more purple than this, and I really love that most people think this is gray or black. Here's the RPO sheet, which is super cool. You can see all the RPOs on there, and the dealership's window sticker here for under MSRP, $19,154. Gosh, can you imagine today?
That doesn't happen.
Today, this would be like $19,600 MSRP, selling at $198,000.
Look at this. They took it to a place that only services
Prowlers.
Prowlers.
Ah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The old Prowler, what'd that cost? $630 for
Prowler service.
Prowler service, yeah.
I can't read that handwriting.
It's really bad, but water pump and thermostat's on there.
Ah.
And that's the second water pump.
Oh, and a distributor assembly.
And a distributor assembly. This thing's had that done so many times. Mine has never once had an OptiSpark failure. Not once in its life. It's been rock
Better
solid.
find some wood to knock on.
If it breaks now, it lived a good life. But this thing's had 2 water pumps and 2 OptiSpark caps. That's an insane amount of failure. That doesn't happen. So anyway, I'm kind of impressed by that. The stack of receipts is incredible. Oil changes are consistent like every 3,000 miles. So this old LT1 has been taken care of. Now, it's time for us to look at it. Let's see how much damage the fire actually did. So we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna put up all these papers real quick. I'm just blown away. This would be a bring-a-trailer car if it didn't have 120,000 miles on it.
It's a Cars and Bids car.
Now it's a Mods and Miles car is what this is. That's where I should sell it.
Hey, look, the tag's good for another 2 months.
The tag is good, and I was like, I'll bring you your tag back. He was like, keep it. Those LED tag light bolts are impossible to take off. So he was like, you have to cut all the wires for the lights if you want to take the tag off. You know, the Harleys do that too.
What product engineer?
The Harley ones. Those are like the motorcycle style lights.
Oh, so they're meant...
The wires go into the bolts. So it's like a one-time.
Don't they usually have bullet connectors that you can feed through?
I don't know.
We can crimp some bullet connectors on there to make this less awful.
The threads on these are so small, I don't think you could do a bullet connector. It's pretty small.
They'll fit through there.
Maybe.
I've done it.
Well, he said the lights don't work anymore, but...
Yeah, just cut them then.
Yeah. So this is a non-T-top car. The only reason I honestly went to buy this car, because I knew how nice it was, and I wanted to swap my entire car into this, because it was a straight body with clean paint. It turns out it's not. It has roughly the same damage. This fender's a little hurt, clear failure. It's not a T-top car. There's scrapes down it. There's a lot of clear failure on the hood here. The edge of the bumper that's already been repainted once. You can see the color shifts pretty aggressively. Obviously, it's exposure to the sunlight that's killing all this, but the front bumper looks a little too good, unfortunately. So this is not going to be the car that replaces mine. We're gonna just fix this car. Opening up the door here, we got the classic objects in mirror are losing. Can't live without that. And we have a beautiful, very well taken care of cloth interior. No signs of wear here on the bolster. Seats are in great shape. And mine, of course, is a full LS1 conversion with a good center console that has 2 cup holders instead of 1. Manual, has the horrible yellow lettering that went away after '93. But it's interesting. It's an interesting idea. 123,000 miles, if it'll focus there. Pioneer head unit. There's a bass knob there. All right, you want to open up the bass? Bass maker. Other key. Got to use the round key.
It is.
This is a 2-key situation.
I wasn't sure if this was for like a fuel cap.
Nope. Round key for the doors on these, and then it opens up here. Oh man, these shocks. All the struts are bad. Hood and trunk. Here we have an M1500, which is probably like a 300 watt amp in reality.
At least this is light.
Oh, the hatch on these weighs like 200 pounds. And we've got a JL10W3 in the stealth box, which is the exact sub and box that was in mine. So I'm super pumped about that.
That is pretty great.
Dude, it is a clone of my car, and I was always excited to see this out on the street, and now I'm even more excited to have it. Let's go, we'll buy struts. Struts are the first thing on the list, no doubt. This car has all of Jake's favorite mods. Black wheels, the Plastidip blacked out Berger back section here, which, you know, looks terrible because Plastidip. And also tinted third brake light to make sure the third brake light is much better than it used to be from the factory. Yeah.
Tasteful.
I can see Jake getting more excited about the car. Okay, now let's go look at the fire section. The fire section does need more struts, of course. It'd be nice if we had something to hold this up. Well, Jake, what do you think about the fire pit?
Better than I expected.
This is the new fire pit that's going in my backyard for entertaining.
Oh, good.
Anyway.
I don't think I'd eat the marshmallows that came from this.
No, so that was all on fire. And obviously Max filled us in. Look at that, brand new battery. 122. Super pumped about that. He said the fire came spraying out of the fuel line, which had already been repaired with one of these quick disconnects. So remind me to make sure that never happens again on any of my cars. You can see the fire really ate through the evap and return lines. They're very rough. Let's see, this must be return. And the other one, this is supply, I guess. And yeah, the return's gone. A bunch of wires are crispy down here. Very crispy. Oh yeah, you can see bare copper on a lot of the wires must have got fuel sprayed on them. But it's about 5, 6 wires in total. And, oh wow, they go way back there. So there's some split loom down there that's burnt all the way back to the manifold. It looks like the spark plug wires survived it with their high heatness. And yeah, I think we can repair this. I think all I need to do is get all the intake and all this stuff out of the way. It's got the K&N. This was, I think I have the one you really want, which is the Moroso. But the K&N was really close to, like, those are actually 2 solid intakes for the old Zs. So yeah, there's a cone filter down in this air box that is impossible. Dude, changing the air filter is like a wheel well liner removal. It's a huge deal. But anyway, enough of the cold air intakes on old Zs. Oh, Clutch.
Free leaves.
Yeah, free leaves. Clutch fluid's a little dark for being a brand new transmission, but hey, no big deal. Everything else looks like it's probably okay. We just have a lot of patching to do. So I'm gonna come in here and replace all the burnt wires and fix these fuel lines. We're gonna try to repair the old plastic fuel lines, hopefully better than the previous repair, and put new ends on everything. And I mean, it's just sketchy. So the fuel rail's not like really mounted to anything. I think we can save this thing, and I think it'll be right back on its feet with just like one day of rewiring the car and fixing those fuel lines. So
Hey, you know what's messed up is this is like the most straightforward repair project you've gotten in a long time.
it really is. There's only one big problem: a fire. not like 19 problems like all these other cars. It's just, oh, and the wiper blades are trash.
It's okay. There's only one thing wrong with your husband. He's dead.
If this thing got air deleted too. Oh yeah, mine's air deleted. It's so easy to work on once all this junk's out of the way. So there's a huge pump down there that's probably been damaged by the fire. And if that goes away, which honestly I think is some of the burn up wires, this thing becomes a much better car. A much better car having all that out of the way. And it's way easier to work on too. Honestly, I don't think it's too bad. I think this is gonna be a fun repair job. Hopefully we can have it all knocked out tomorrow and running again, because I want to drive this thing. I don't know if I've ever driven a manual LT1 car. I probably have, but it's been so many years I forgot. So, shout out to Jake for helping me push this thing in. Shout out to the statue for helping me load it up. We had, luckily, 3 people to get it on the trailer because it was incredibly heavy. These things they're just hard to push. That's the thing. And when you are pushing, you're pushing really, really low. So, we got it in here. I'm pumped about the Fire Camaro, which we need its name. Firehawk. Could it be? Thanks,
That'll upset some people.
Thanks, Pontiac. Anyway, that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're super pumped for this car. Another, just the same car I've got, but this one's gonna be fun and back on the road a lot faster than mine that needs a complete restoration. Don't forget to head on over to shop.watchjrgo.com for cool shirts not like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. PPM, the perfect color. I've always wanted to repaint mine.
I like how you said yours needs a full restoration, implying that this one doesn't.
This one's pretty solid, Honestly, I think this is just a right back on the road and enjoy it car instead of, you know, needing it to be the car that it used to be. I don't have any high expectations for this car. I just want it to live again. And my car I expect to be perfect the way, you know, it was 20 years ago. I'm pretty excited about it.
I love how extra the wiper arms are on
Dude,
these.
the wiper arms are all crazy. And you know what? They were supposed to like make them more aerodynamic, but they actually caused like major issues and they had to tape them down to do the high speed runs. Just like they would tape over the headlights, because these giant like holes in the front end would cause problems.
Yeah.
So they'd have like just duct tape all over from the bumper to the hood to try to get over like 180 mile an hour in this car. This body has gone like 200. Back in the day, these cars were the stuff of legend. It's just an old port injected 350 Chevy, and it seemed like the greatest thing in the world 20 years ago it seemed pretty awesome. But nowadays, I mean, the LS one just destroys this thing. Destroys it. If you had a later one, you know how great of a car it was. This was a good car when everything was cool, but you know, when things go wrong, it's just not that great. Hard to troubleshoot, OBD1, impossible to replace spark plug wires. It's a lot of project. That's what this car is. Well, 100% Jake and I was too loud.
RIP microphone.
Yeah, I always delete that. I'm like,